You may think I'm crazy for saying this, but teaching your employees how to be better networkers might actually help you keep them and hire even better employees in the future. I'm Greg. I'm the founder of Retention and Rewards Partners, and I'm going to give you 7 ways that teaching your employees how to be better networkers will actually help you keep them and help you find better employees in the future. So when I tell people that learning or teaching your employees how to network will make them more effective employees and help them stay longer, a lot of people say, yeah, but what about them going and finding other jobs? Because if they know how to network, they're going to network into another job. My answer to that is if that's your concern, then you've got other problems. If you're worried that your employees are actively out there looking for other jobs, then you've got a whole host of other problems. And if those problems happen to center around total rewards, we can talk about that too, because that's what we do at Retention and Rewards Partners. But what we also do is teach you how to retain your employees. And I'm a big believer in the fact that if your employees are more connected to your organization internally, they are more willing to stay. They are going to feel like they belong, and they're going to want to stay with that organization when they develop relationships, professional relationships with their coworkers. Because we've all had those coworkers that were, people we could go to vent, people we could go to talk to, people we could get advice from. And those are valuable connections and relationships to have, and they make you actually want to stay at an organization. So here are the 7 ways. I'm going to break them down. I'm going to talk about the engage and retain aspects of this first, and then I'll talk about the hiring aspects. So number 1, this is the number 1 reason why you should teach your employees to be better networkers: knowledge sharing and skill growth. If your employees know how to connect with other people within the organization, they're going to be able to find people who have skills that they're looking for and learn from them. It's a bit like a professional development activity where they make connections, develop relationships, and then they learn from each other. Now, you can create classes and you can have all sorts of training, but what if you just taught your employees to go find those skills and create relationships so that they learned from each other? That would help them not only acquire skills to help them do their job better, but also help them grow their careers. So that's number 1, is sharing knowledge and sharing skills so that they can grow and become more capable employees in the roles they're in or future roles with your organization. Number 2, improve cross-functional collaboration. How many times have you had teams in your organization where they just didn't talk to each other? And the only way that they knew to get stuff done was when you as their leader got together with another leader and you got them together and created a meeting where they had to collaborate. But what if you taught them how to create connections with those people who they just get an email from in another department and they don't really know them. They don't really know what they do. They don't know what their priorities are. And every time they get those emails, they just think, oh, I have to do this work for somebody I don't really know. But what if they learned how to connect beyond just the person's name on the email and got to know them and got to understand what they do, got to understand what was important to them and had that relationship so that when they got those emails, they were happy to help each other? What would that do to collaboration within your organization if people knew how to go out and create these relationships? Would that improve your collaboration? I'm willing to bet that it would. And I'm willing to bet that even if you tell your employees you value collaboration, they don't know how to go out and do that. So that's what we teach employees, is how to intentionally create these connections that's going to foster this cross team collaboration. Okay, number 3, the number 3 reason why teaching your employees is important: promotes internal mobility. You probably have some sort of talent management function, or you get together once a year and you talk about the talent in your organization. But what if your leaders and the people in your organization knew each other better? What if they had actually talked to each other and gotten to know each other and knew who they were as people in your organization, right? Our organizations are made up of people, and people like relationships. People need relationships. We are social animals. So within our organization, what if your employees and your leaders knew how to create intentional professional relationships because they've been spending all year getting to know each other, not just because they're working on a project or issue together, but because they're really trying to see these other people and get to know them. Do you think that that would help your leaders know what talent you have in the organization? Do you think that would help your employees learn about other teams, other departments, other career paths within your organization? And when those sort of connections take place, then you've got people talking about, hey, I've got an opportunity over here. I know what kind of person you are. I'd really love you to explore this opportunity. Or, hey, I'm interested in going a different direction with my career. I already know this leader, somebody else. Let me go talk to them about what the possibilities are. Do you think that would improve your internal mobility? Internal mobility is one of the key reasons people stay, because they can see opportunities for their career to progress. And if employees can see each other moving around the organization because of these relationships, they're going to want to stay and progress their career in your organization. Okay, so reason number 4 why teaching your employees to be better networkers helps with engagement and retention. It's going to reduce loneliness. Too often, our employees just come to work, they do their job, and they go home. They don't feel any sort of belonging to the organization. They're not connected because they don't know anybody. They might know other people on their team. They might know their boss. But they don't know anybody else at the organization. And when it comes to those tough days at work, and be honest, we all have tough days at work where we need somebody to go and maybe vent to and talk to a little bit. Those professional connections they develop through growing their network internally are the people they're going to go talk to. Those are the people who are going to talk them off the ledge, so to speak, and help them get a little perspective. So instead of calling a recruiter or going online and applying for a new job, they're really sharing how they're feeling with people who can understand it because they're part of the organization. Now, sometimes we don't want to go to our boss with this. Sometimes our boss is the issue, right? And it's not that there's any sort of employees relations issues here. It's just, hey, I need to go talk to somebody so I don't feel like I'm the only one that's feeling this. And that's what growing these professional connections in advance helps with. It helps you to feel like I'm not alone here. I know somebody here. I have somebody here who kind of cares about me as a professional and can help me talk through this. So that's one of the main reasons, or one of the main outcomes of teaching your employees to be better internal networkers. That's what it can bring, is that sense of belonging and get rid of those feelings of loneliness. Okay, so those first 4 were all about ways in which learning to be a better network is going to help you keep employees. But let's talk about 3 ways that it's going to help you out in the external market. So number 5 is boost employee referrals. What I mean by that is you probably have an employee referral program, which you've said to your employees, hey, if you refer somebody in and they get hired, you get something. Maybe it's a bonus, maybe it's some sort of merchandise. I don't know what it is. But have you really shown them how to go out and network and find people to bring into the organization? Or have you just said, tell us people you know? Because if you teach them how to go out and connect with people in your industry who do work that you do and can find that talent, you're going to give your employees a way to build a talent pipeline into your organization. And so you've got people who are in your org who you're probably giving an incentive to, but now you're showing them, here's how to go meet people and bring them in. You're going to supercharge your employee referral program by teaching them how to be better networkers. So that's a way to get more people into your organization. We all know employee referrals bring down the cost of hire. They often reduce the time to hire. So you should be leveraging this idea of teaching your employees to be better networkers so they can bring in more employee referrals. Okay, number 6 on the reason why you want to teach your employees to be better networkers, leverage boomerangs. Okay, boomerang hire is somebody who left your organization and went somewhere else, and now they're coming back. These are an awesome source of hire. In fact, I know people who have said they can bring back a boomerang for 90% less cost of hire. So it only costs them 10% of the normal cost of hire to get these people back. And they also fill the role 2/3 faster. So they're saving 66% on time of hire because these alumni already know the org already knows them, and they can jump right back in, bring those skills and that knowledge that they learned when they left and ramp right back up and jump into the org. And so in order to do that, you have to teach your employees how to go network and stay in touch with these boomerang hires. So it's not just finding people who are employee referrals, it's getting back together or staying in touch with all those people who have already left and might potentially come back. So boomerang hires are an excellent source of hire, and you have to network and stay in touch with them in order to bring them back. And then the last thing that's going to help you hire people if you teach your employees to be better networkers is it's going to improve your employer branding. If your employees are out there in the world, they're meeting people, they're connecting with people, they're talking about the cool things you're doing at your organization, they're talking about what great opportunities there are out there, people are going to start to know your brand as an employer. They're going to say they are so confident in their brand. They're so confident in their culture. They're so confident in their workplace that their employees are out there talking about how great it is in order to bring new people in. So your brand is going to take off when your employees get intentional about getting out there and networking and talking about your organization. So those are 7 reasons why you should consider an intentional program to teach your employees how to be better networkers. And that is something that we do at Retention and Rewards Partners. We do keynotes, we do workshops. We can come in and give you a 5-step process, a blueprint of sorts to teach your employees to be better internal networkers and also to go out there in the world to find talent to bring into your organization. So if that's something you're interested in, get in touch with me. The contact information is in the description below, or you can follow Retention and Rewards Partners on LinkedIn. Check out our weekly newsletter, Retention and Rewards Weekly, where we share our best retention and rewards advice. So for now, again, I'm Greg Roche, founder of Retention and Rewards Partners. I hope that gave you some insight. Reach out. Would love to work with you.